This is a look at Breath of the Wild through the lens of visible progress. What is the lens of visible progress? Well, it is all about showing the player that they are progressing through a game or puzzle. There are a couple of things to consider about this lens. What does it mean to make progress in a game? Is there enough progress, or are there ways to add more steps of progressive success in a game? What types of progress are hidden? What is visible? Can the hidden progress be revealed? Why is this lens important? Having a sense of progress in a game encourages the player to keep playing until it is complete. For example, a Rubik's Cube provides a lot of visible progression. As the players start to solve the puzzle, the visual of the colors coming together on each side of the cube sparks encouragement for the players in order for them to have this feeling that they can be able to finish it and have the entire cube completely colorful and uniform. Another example is the game of 20 questions. Many players become bored of this game very easily. This is because there is no visible progress for them to know how far they are into the game and how likely they are to get the answer correct. This can apply to more than just games. It is often reported that visible progress is one of the main drivers of mood in a work environment. It's a psychological effect. The more it looks like you are succeeding at something, the more you want to continue it, and the more you want to strive to make it even more successful. Made in 2017, Breath of the Wild was an action-adventure game released for the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. It was very similar to the very first game in the series. The players were given very little instruction, and they have a large open world to explore. It was very revolutionary for the time in the series, as the new mechanics in the game and the open world aspect of it created a brand new experience for both new and experienced players. There are four basic goals in the game: to reactivate the divine beasts, to find all the Korok seeds, explore and master the shrines throughout the map, and to defeat Ganon and rescue Zelda. There are multiple instances where the player can see their progress throughout this game. There are the shrines. In the shrines, scattered throughout the world, the player can encounter puzzles. Whenever a player completes an aspect of the puzzle correctly, a jingle will play. Whenever a player completes a puzzle, they are rewarded with a spirit orb. Exploration. As the player explores the map, they will encounter Sheikah Towers. When they activate these towers, the map on their Sheikah slate will show the newly discovered area. As the player progresses throughout the game, their map will become more and more filled out, and they'll be able to see more of the areas they have explored throughout the game. Health and stamina. When completing shrines, the player will get a spirit orb. When the player has 4 of these spirit orbs, they can increase their health and stamina by bringing them to a goddess statue. They can also increase their health by defeating the divine beasts. Weapon slots. If the player chooses to find and complete Korok seed puzzles, they are able to trade in the seeds they collect for more weapon slots. However, these are mainly situational. What about the general progress the player makes throughout the game? Visible progression. There are two main stages of progression that the players witness throughout the game. During the tutorial level, there are two main things to note. You are incredibly weak and struggle to fight, and you have this Sheikah Slate that is practically useless. During the tutorial, you gain runes that grant you abilities to use throughout the world. Making the player earn these first before moving into the open world helps them learn the intricacies of the game and its mechanics. The main part of the player's journey is activating the divine beasts and defeating the Ganon forms inside. Whenever you activate divine beasts, you gain new abilities. These abilities allow you to traverse the land a lot easier. These abilities grant you an extra life, an option when fighting, a powerful shield, and a way to increase your travel options by letting you launch into the sky. However, there is also some invisible progression throughout the game. When the player first starts, they have nothing, barely any health, no materials, and only the clothes on their backs. As the game progresses, the player will gain more resources. You'll gain more food, more armor, more weapons, projectiles, and even achievements. Each represent the player's growth throughout the game. The farther they progress, the better weapons and resources they will collect. This, in turn, will make combat easier. It is representative of the growth of the player's skill. Is there enough progression in the game? Well, simply, yeah, there is enough progression, but there are some aspects of it that could be improved upon. There's a lot of progression in the game, even if the players don't realize it. As they go through the game, their skills and materials they have acquired show their improvement and how far they have gotten. Even in battles, there are little music cues every now and then that represent the player's progression throughout a battle, or even throughout a puzzle. However, there is some improvement. However, there are some aspects that can be improved upon. For example, the puzzles and the shrines need a little bit of work. While there is a jingle that plays whenever you successfully complete a part of the puzzle, there's not really a way for the player to know how much of the puzzle they have left to complete. I have a couple of suggestions for this. Firstly, there could be a progress bar at the top of the screen that shows the player how much of the puzzle they have left to complete. Or there could be a mini-map in the bottom right corner. Or there could be a mini-map in one of the lower corners of the screen to help show the player how much of the puzzle they have left. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.